When the story first broke, I thought that there had to be something behind all of this, and it kind of looks like that's going to end up being the case. Mike Tyson will not be charged for, remember when that video broke, right? He was just, shown just beating the piss out of some fucking little agitator. What was that on? April 20th, I think, because yeah, there was accounts that he was smoking up before, this is Tyson smoking up before he got on his flight, and then this asshole was just relentlessly fucking agitating and annoying him, and then, yeah, he didn't quite finish him quite like, an early 20s Tyson fight, but gave him all 55 years of his experience. 55? Something like that. But he's not going to be facing charges. Probably because there's something that we don't know. Let's see what happens. Mike Tyson will not face criminal charges for repeatedly punching a man who allegedly threw a water bottle at him aboard a JetBlue flight last month. Hey, he initiated that, so he got exactly what he fucking deserved. California prosecutor announced Tuesday is different than Gascon. We actually have another LA story to touch on here in a moment, or a California story, right? San Mateo County District Attorney Stephen Wagstaff, told TMZ that his office has decided to dismiss the case because of the content of the victim the conduct of the victim leading up to the incident, the interaction between Mr. Tyson and the victim, as well as the request of both the victim and Mr. Tyson. Yay, just wanted his 15 seconds of fame, and hey, guess what? He got a couple of fucking pouty-faced pictures, and good for him. He has a unique experience that very few people have had in life and lived to tell the tale. Former heavyweight champ, 55. He was 55. I remember. I was flying first class to Florida on April 20th. Blaze it. When he was caught on video punching fellow passenger, just merely a fellow passenger, Melvin Townsend III. Ugh, what a pretentious dick. If you unironically refer to yourself as the third, you should be fired out of the cannon towards the sun. Several times in the head. Not enough, though. And again, you get punched in the head by Mike Tyson that many times, and those are the only injuries you sustain. Interesting. I guess it would be a little bit more traumatic if he had a full-on afro at the time, but whatever. The in-fight beatdown was preceded by Townsend, 36. I think you'd know better. Harassing Tyson and hurling a water bottle at him, according to a source close to the retired athlete who wasn't on the plane at the time. But if the DA talked with both of the people involved in this altercation, it was probably, confirmed, just saying. Townsend has denied throwing the bottle. Yeah, but other people on the plane said that you probably did, though. Wagstaff told TMZ that neither Townsend nor Tyson wanted the incident to end up in court. No, he just wanted he just wanted a pair of gloves signed. That'd be nice. We could settle this like gentlemen right here in Brainerd. Tyson's lawyers responded to the news by releasing a statement Tuesday thanking the DA and all the law enforcement involved for their careful, the diligent, and professional work. I wouldn't say that to his face, not even at 55 years old. At the time of the confrontation, Tyson was traveling from San Francisco to a weed conference in Miami, where he is supposedly the keynote speaker. Awesome. A viral video was posted on TMZ, showed Townsend standing over Tyson's seat, waving his arms around and animatedly, while Iron Mike sat stoically. The ex-boxer's reps told is he an ex-boxer? I thought he's still training for another fight that's coming up. Isn't he fighting Holyfield again? In an exhibition, whatever. Later confirmed that Tyson had an incident on the flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him and threw a water bottle at him while he was in his seat. Yeah, no, we remember all that stuff. But hey, it's not going to end up in charges, so it looks like everybody's better off because of it. Hey, man, don't fuck around with the champ. You still have those killer instincts, even if they are dormant and suppressed by, copious amounts of weed. But we have a more traditional California story here, unfortunately. Convicted transgender child molester. Sorry, what? Given a light sentence by Soros-backed DA Gascon. There we go. There's our good friend. Booked for murder in California. That's a lot to digest from a headline. Let's get to the body of the story. Convicted transgender child sex molester James Hannah Tubbs. That's a Hannah if I've ever seen one before. Who was given a light juvenile sentence by George Soros-backed LA County District Attorney George Gascon, has been booked for murder in Kern County to the north. Well, it didn't happen in George Gascon's area, so he's not to blame for this, right? Tubbs pleaded guilty to choking and sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl in a bathroom stall in 2014. Great. A crime that shocked Los Angeles at the time. Gascon declined to prosecute Tubbs as an adult because the crime took place just before Tubbs' 18th birthday. Technicalities, how wonderful. Now, the juvenile sentence meant Tubbs would not have to register as a sex offender. How would this have stopped a murder? I'm just wondering. Gascon's criminal justice reforms was to stop prosecuting juvenile offenders as adults, a policy he revised somewhat after the Tubbs case. Separately, Bill Magoolan of Fox News reported Tuesday that Tubbs was charged with murder linked to a 2019 robbery. Hannah Tubbs, really? A transgender California inmate convicted of molesting a child has been charged with murder. The first-degree murder charge out of Kern County on Tuesday comes after the authorities recently charged Tubbs in connection to a 2019 robbery. The suspect is being held on $1 million bond and is set to appear in court for an arraignment hearing on Tuesday afternoon, according to Kern County documents. Tubbs was in juvenile custody before being transferred to Kern County, but could have been released as soon as next month, Magoolan noted. He noted Tubbs could, if convicted, face life sentence for his fourth strike under the state's 3 strikes laws. Delightful. Yeah, but how many crimes has he committed as Hannah? I'm just wondering. Gascon was elected in 2020, faces a recall campaign with more than 2/3 of his way. Oh, he could be facing a recall campaign. Right. And it's more than 2/3 of the way as required total signatures to qualify for the ballot. He is one of a dozen left-wing prosecutors funded by Soros. Yeah, the rest of them are in San Francisco. I think the one in Manhattan, New York, is also funded by Soros. Austin, I think, as well. A few other that are around there. You can check there. It's easily accessible information, but Gascon's definitely the most high profile of them because, hey, he stuck to his guns until they ended up biting him in the ass. But yeah, no, that's just a little snapshot of what's going on in California and why people shouldn't be there, or why people also shouldn't accost former undisputed heavyweight champions. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Watch with all your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.